This is the EF EcoFlow Portable Power Station Delta 2 Max, a black and gray power brick with a clean pro look, a flat stackable top, and two big grab handles that make it easier to lift than its 50-pound weight suggests. The front face puts your DC ports and USB ports within easy reach, while the 6 AC outlets live on the back to keep thick power cords out of the way. In this video, I've been using it as my home backup and road trip power box, and I want to share what's worked, what hasn't, and what I wish I knew earlier. Key features that matter most to me are the 2400W LFP battery, the 2400 watts continuous AC output with 4800 watt surge, the fast AC charging, and the option to expand the capacity up to 6 kWh with 2 extra batteries. If you're new to this stuff, a quick explainer helps. Watt hours. Describe how much energy the battery stores, like the size of your gas tank. Watts, W. Describe how much power you can pull at once, like the size of your engine. With 2400 watts continuous output, I can run real appliances, not just phones and laptops. With 4800 watt surge, it handles the quick spike when something like a fridge or microwave kicks on. There's also an X boost mode that lets you power some high wattage devices up to 3400 watts by dropping voltage a bit. It's handy for tough starts, but I avoid it for sensitive electronics. From my experience, the LFP battery is the heart of the value here. It's rated for around 3000 cycles before it drops to 80% capacity, which is years of frequent use. LFP chemistry runs cooler and is less prone to thermal issues than older battery types, and the fire-resistant casing adds peace of mind. In my opinion, this alone makes it feel like a long-term tool rather than a seasonal gadget. I've put it through a bunch of everyday tests. During an outage, it kept my full-size fridge going all day without babysitting. I also ran a microwave short bursts with no drama. My CPAP test was a pleasant surprise. One full night barely dented the battery, and in quiet mode, the unit stayed whisper level at low loads. I tried some heavier loads for fun, like an electric kettle and a shop tool. It ran them, but when I pushed it hard and also fast charged at the same time, the cooling fans got loud enough to notice in a quiet room. Not unbearable, but you'll hear it if you're trying to sleep nearby. Charging is where this thing stands out. Plug it into a wall outlet, and it goes from empty to about 80% in roughly an hour, which lines up with what the spec says. That means I can drain it during the day and top it off in the evening without losing a whole night to charging. If you have enough panels, you can feed up to 1000 watts of solar, and you can even combine AC and solar for faster top-ups. Real talk on solar. With a single 110 watt panel in partial shade, charging is slow. With a 400 watt setup on a clear day, I saw a few hundred watts steadily, which is good, but still far from max. To get near 1000 watts, you need a large array and clear direct sun. That's not a knock on the unit so much as a reality check on solar expectations. For home backup, the fast switchover feature is clutch. I tested the EPS function by yanking the plug from the wall. My router and laptop didn't blink. The Delta 2 Max won't act as a true UPS for every scenario, but the roughly 30 millisecond switchover kept my network stable, which was the whole point for me. As for the ports, there are plenty, and I rarely need a hub. I keep phones, a tablet, and a laptop on the front USB ports, and leave the rear AC outlets for the fridge, tools, or a small heater. The layout makes sense and keeps the spaghetti of cables manageable. The flat top is more useful than it looks. I've set a laptop on it while monitoring usage, used it as a nightstand in a tent, and stacked gear when loading the car. Little design choices like that add up. Let me talk about the downsides I've run into. The weight is the big one. At 50 pounds, I can move it, but I plan around it. If I'm loading the car, it goes in first. If I'm carrying it into a campsite, I'd rather park close. The handles are great, but they don't change physics. I also really wish there were a built-in light. When the power went out the first time, I found myself holding my phone's flashlight in my teeth while plugging things in. A small integrated work light would be handy. About noise, under light loads it's impressively quiet. Under heavy loads or during fast charging, the fans spin up, and in a quiet living room you'll notice. It's the trade-off for fast charge speeds and a compact body. I've had no hardware issues with my unit. I've read mixed stories about support experiences, but I haven't needed to contact them, and the 5-year warranty does add some confidence. The EcoFlow app is a highlight. I can switch modes, cap charging speeds, set quiet charging, and watch usage in real time. I do wish it offered better historical graphs, especially for solar to help refine panel placement over days, rather than just in the moment. It's perfect for people who want a strong, clean alternative to a gas generator with no fumes and almost no maintenance. I've used it indoors without worrying about carbon monoxide, and I appreciate not storing fuel. It also pairs nicely with solar, so I can top up for free on bright days. If you need even more time between charges, the expandability is a big deal. Add 1 or 2 extra batteries, and you've got up to 6 kilowatt hours, which moves this from backup box to serious home or RV power. A few practical notes from daily use. If you want quiet, lower the charge rate in the app. It slows the fan. If you are using sensitive electronics, leave X Boost off unless you truly need it for a stubborn appliance. If you're relying on solar, think in arrays, not single panels, and plan for shade and weather. If you want true mobility, consider a folding cart. 50 pounds gets heavy fast if you're moving it alone. From my experience, the Delta 2 Max hits a sweet spot for capacity, output, and charge speed. It's not a casual power bank. It's a portable power station that can actually run household gear and keep a small setup going for a while. I've used it during outages, in the garage for tools, and on road trips to power a cooler and charge everything else. It's the kind of box you park in a corner until you need it. And when you do, it delivers. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants reliable home backup for key appliances, van and RV travelers who need to run real loads without firing up a loud generator, and creators or contractors who need stable power on a set or job site. If your needs are just phones and a laptop, this is probably more muscle than you need, and the weight won't feel worth it. If you want to run a fridge, a microwave, networking gear, lights, and still have headroom, this makes sense. In my opinion, the biggest advantages are the long-lasting LFP battery, the high power output that covers almost every home device, and the ultra-fast wall charging that keeps downtime short. The trade-offs are the heavy chassis, occasional fan noise under stress, and the missing convenience of a built-in light. For me, the performance and safety benefits win. In conclusion, Delta 2 Max is a serious, dependable power station that does what it claims, and the day-to-day experience backs up the specs. It feels built for the long run, and the flexibility to expand capacity means it can grow with your needs. Just be honest with yourself about the weight and plan your solar setup realistically, and you'll get a lot out of it. You can view detailed information about the EF EcoFlow Portable Power Station Delta 2 Max in the comments section. Thank you for watching.